For the Sigma, just hearing the word gossip so close to their personality type probably makes them cringe. They aren't interested in things that are meaningless or shallow, and find that they are a vapid waste of time. While in most cases gossip is not seen as a good thing, and is often connected to people who are insecure and want to put others down, there are certainly other levels of gossiping. Talking about another person when they aren't present does not always come from ill intent, and in some cases is simply curious chatter. Not all gossip is meant to slander or is hurtful. For some people, it is simply about wanting to know more about another person, especially if that person might be shy or closed off from sharing. While it is never really seen as useful, there are times when even the most moral of people can get sucked into gossip. Sigma males also find themselves drained by too much social interaction, and the type of socializing connected to gossiping is likely to drain them almost immediately. They might even find it hard to keep it to themselves just how annoying they find gossips. For a Sigma, anything relating to small talk is something they try to avoid, even around the people they like and are friends with. How much do they gossip? There isn't much appeal or value in gossip, and so they avoid it quite vehemently. They don't really care about the lives of strangers or other people, unless those lives directly affect them. This isn't because they don't care, they just don't see the point in sticking their nose into people's private lives. Sigma is certainly curious about those close to them, especially someone they are romantically interested in. They might even spend a lot of time researching that person, and trying to learn as much as they can about them before pursuing them. For the Sigma, this isn't about gossiping, it is about trying to uncover more about this person, and what makes them tick. They become curious, because they want to understand the connection they feel, and figure out if they should get to know this person better in a romantic sense. This is really the only time they find themselves curious about the personal lives of others, except for friendships. With their friends, he does see the need to pry into their personal business. They would rather allow those people to share when they are ready. This is why they really don't enjoy gossip, since for the Sigma this feels like a lack of respect for the boundaries of others. They don't want people to disrespect their boundaries, and try and sneak into their private lives, and so they aren't likely to do this to those around them. They also just don't find it all that interesting to gossip about trivial subjects, and waste their energy chattering to people who they don't trust all that well. If someone is a constant gossip, Sigma male definitely won't trust them, and likely keeps them at a distance because of it. They find this type of behavior exhausting, and would rather be around people who can keep their mouths shut when the time calls for it. There are some scenarios where the Sigma males might listen to gossip, but only if it could be useful to them for some reason. If it helps them understand how to behave around someone in a work setting, then they might be more open to it. For a Sigma, these things have to serve some sort of logical purpose, or else they become completely disinterested. If there is a more practical reason why the gossip might actually be helpful, then they will take it into consideration. They are also aware that not all gossip is accurate or truthful, and so they prefer to do their own research, to figure out what is accurate and what isn't. Sigma males are not emotionally driven people, and so at times, they might not know how to read the emotional signs of those around them. This is why there are instances when listening to gossip can be useful, since it can help them navigate how to behave around certain people. They want to be able to be efficient in the workplace, and this does mean being able to network with the right people. At times, they will do their best to deal with the gossip, if it can appear useful to them in some ways. For a Sigma, it is more about being practical than it is about caring to hear the latest gossip about a person. They just aren't naturally drawn to things, unless it will directly affect them or someone close to them, other than that it becomes pointless for them. Sigma males are personal and private people, who keep to themselves most of the time. They aren't people-focused like some other types, and so it just isn't all that important to learn about what drama other people have gotten themselves into. Where they draw the line. They are actually good at finding the right boundaries and setting them rather clearly. They know what they are comfortable with, and what they don't want in their lives. This helps Sigma to draw the line when it comes to things like gossip as well. For them, it is more about when this information is not helpful or useful to them at all, which is simple enough. When the gossip is simply a vapid conversation about other people, he has no purpose for this, and this is clearly where they draw that line. They try to avoid people who would gossip about these types of things, and are often good at ducking out of conversations and making their feelings about it rather clear. Gossip is an unconstrained and often derogatory conversation about other people, and can involve betraying confidence and spreading sensitive information or hurtful judgments. Research shows that people who gossip the most have very high levels of anxiety. They are generally not particularly popular because they cannot be trusted. Spreading private information or negative judgments is painful to others, and reflects poorly on the gossiper. Why do people gossip? 1. To feel superior. People who don't feel good about themselves temporarily feel better when they judge others negatively. 2. Out of boredom. When people can't generate interesting discussions based on knowledge or ideas, gossip can rouse people's interest. 3. Out of envy. People gossip in order to hurt those whose popularity, talents, or lifestyle they envy. 4. To feel like part of the group. People gossip to feel as though they belong to the group. When acceptance is based on being in on a secret, it is not based on a person's identity, but on exclusion or maliciousness. 5. For attention. A person gets to be the center of attention temporarily while divulging a piece of gossip. Spreading gossip or rumors is like buying attention. It's temporary and has little foundation. 6. Out of anger or unhappiness. A person can derive a sense of retribution with disparaging remarks. Understanding the concepts of gossiping. There are 3 vital social functions of gossip. First and foremost, it helps in facilitating the informal dissemination of information. It is an indispensable tool for the functioning of institutions. Also, gossip can be viewed as serving for better or for worse. It is one potent way via which the society keeps its units in check. For instance, if a person in society begins to act in a way that does not conform to the norms of that society, people begin to talk about him or her. It is thus a social need to regulate free riders. Because Sigma male is a man who chooses to live his life outside the normal hierarchy of society's social dominance, he is not interested in what others think about him. But the fear of others knowing the nasty things people would normally do is what keeps others in check.